Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's me, your buddy JD here. And man, oh man, let me tell you, I am ready for the holidays. I'm talking trees, twinkling lights, enough sugar cookies to build a gingerbread house the size of Rockefeller Center. The whole shebang. So grab some hot cocoa, get cozy by the fire, and let's unwrap some Christmas knowledge together. Alright, let's kick things off with a classic, the Christmas tree. Now, we all know these evergreen beauties are a staple of the holiday season, but did you know this tradition goes way back to ancient Germany? They didn't have those fancy ornaments back then, though. Nope, they kept it natural, decorating their trees with fruits, nuts, and candles. Talk about a lit Christmas. Next up, let's talk about the big guy himself, Santa Claus. You know him, you love him, he always knows if you've been bad or good. But hold on to your Santa hats, because jolly old Saint Nick hasn't always rocked that iconic red suit. Before Coca-Cola came along in the 1930s, Santa was spotted rocking all sorts of looks. Green, brown, maybe even a little tie-dye. Okay, time for a little Christmas myth-busting. Ever heard someone say Xmas and thought, hey, that's just plain wrong? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. Turns out, Xmas isn't some modern slang trying to steal Christmas's thunder. It actually dates back to the Greeks. You see, X is the first letter of the Greek word for Christ, Christos. So Xmas is basically just a shortcut, like when you text your BFF BRB. Now, who doesn't love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? He's the ultimate underdog story, going from a reindeer who couldn't catch a break to leading Santa's sleigh. But here's the thing, Rudolph wasn't always part of the Christmas crew. Nope, he was actually dreamed up in 1939 by Robert L. May for, get this, a department store promotion. Talk about a marketing genius. You know Jingle Bells, that classic Christmas carol we all know and love? Well, hold on to your reindeer reins, because it wasn't originally a Christmas song at all. James Pierpont wrote it back in 1857, and it was originally called One Horse Open Sleigh. Guess they decided Jingle Bells had a better ring to it. Every family has their own special ones, right? Well, have you heard of the Christmas pickle? No, I'm not talking about some weird holiday snack. This is a real tradition where families hide a pickle ornament in their Christmas tree, like a festive game of hide and seek. The first person to find the pickle gets an extra gift or good luck for the year. Back in 1950 Seattle, Washington was home to a Christmas tree that would make even the Grinch say, whoa! We're talking a 221-foot Douglas fir. Now that's a tree that deserves all the presents. Okay, time for a sweet treat break. Candy canes. They're pepperminty, they're festive, and they always make your breath smell minty fresh. But these sugary sticks are more than just a tasty holiday snack. The shape of a candy cane represents a shepherd's staff, and the white and red colors symbolize purity and Jesus' sacrifice. The legend of the stocking stuffer. We all know the drill. Hang up those stockings, hope Santa fills them with goodies. But have you ever wondered how this whole stocking tradition got started? Well, it all goes back to the legend of St. Nicholas, the original gift giver. The story goes that St. Nick heard about a poor family who couldn't afford their daughter's dowries. He snuck down the chimney and dropped gold coins into the daughter's socks, which were drying by the fire. And bam, the Christmas stocking tradition was born. Alright, let's talk about artificial Christmas trees for a sec. Some people love them, some people hate them, but there's no denying they're a holiday staple. But did you know the very first artificial Christmas trees weren't made of plastic or metal, but of feathers? Back in the day, folks in Germany crafted these faux trees using dyed goose feathers. Christmas wreaths, they're like the welcoming committee of holiday decorations, hanging out on doors and spreading cheer. But these festive circles are more than just pretty decorations. They actually symbolize eternal life. The circular shape represents God's unending love and the promise of life after death. Can you imagine Christmas without twinkling lights? But, believe it or not, electric Christmas lights weren't always a thing. The first string of these sparkly wonders was created in 1882 by Edward Johnson, a pal of Thomas Edison. Thanks to these guys, our Christmas trees can shine brighter than ever. The 12 days of Christmas actually start on Christmas Day and end on January 5th, leading up to Epiphany on January 6th. It's a time for celebrating, feasting, and keeping that holiday spirit alive a little bit longer. Okay, let's be real for a second. Christmas can be a little bit expensive. Between the presents, the decorations, and all the delicious food, our wallets tend to take a hit this time of year. Christmas accounts for about 30% of all annual retail sales in the US. That's right, almost a third of all the shopping we do all year happens during the holiday season. When you think of the ultimate Christmas song, what comes to mind? For me, it's gotta be Bing Crosby's White Christmas. This classic tune is like a warm hug on a cold winter night. White Christmas isn't just a beloved Christmas carol, it's the best-selling Christmas song of all time. Picture this, New York City Christmas time. You're strolling through Rockefeller Center and there it is, in all its glory, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. It's iconic. But did you know this dazzling tradition actually started with a much humbler tree? The very first Rockefeller Center Christmas tree was put up in 1931 by construction workers who were building, you guessed it, Rockefeller Center. Let's talk about eggnog, that creamy, dreamy holiday beverage that always gets everyone in the Christmas spirit. But did you know this festive drink has a history that dates back centuries? Yep, eggnog originated in medieval England. And get this, it wasn't called eggnog back then. It was called posset, and it was a hot, milky ale drink. I guess they decided to ditch the ale and add some spices, and bam! Oh, Advent calendars! Those little daily treats are like a countdown to Christmas morning. The first printed Advent calendar was created in 1908, and let me tell you, it was a game changer. Many cities offer programs to recycle Christmas trees. They can turn those trees into mulch or use them for erosion control. It's a win-win. You get rid of your tree, and the environment gets a little love. The stocking to end all stockings. The world's longest Christmas stocking was created in Italy in 2011, and it measured over 168 feet long and 70 feet wide. Talk about a stocking stuffer. Ah, mistletoe. That sprig of greenery hanging in doorways, just begging for a little holiday romance. Hanging mistletoe is an ancient tradition that dates back to Norse mythology, where it was considered a symbol of fertility and life. Hold on to your Santa hats because this one might surprise you. You know the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? That iconic event with giant balloons and festive floats? Well, it wasn't always a Thanksgiving tradition. The first ever Macy's parade was actually held on Christmas Day in 1924. That's right, they switched it to Thanksgiving later on. Let's talk about Christmas crackers, those colorful cardboard tubes that always make an appearance at holiday parties. But these aren't just any ordinary party favors. Christmas crackers originated in 19th century England, and they typically contain little trinkets, jokes, and those paper crowns that everyone loves to wear. The world's tallest floating Christmas tree is found in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where it floats on the Rodrigo de Freitas Lagoon and lights up the night sky. Talk about a Christmas spectacle. We all know Santa loves getting letters from kids all over the world, but did you know he actually has his own postal code? Kids can send their Christmas wish list to Santa Claus, North Pole, H0H0H0, Canada, and they might even get a reply. Thanks for joining me on this festive journey through 25 fun Christmas facts. I hope you learned a thing or two, or at least had a few laughs along the way. From all of us here at LifeList, have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a joyous Kwanzaa, and a happy, healthy New Year. Stay safe, spread some cheer, and I'll see you in the next video.